They had to go and teach these people for 700 years to preserve this information. So one thing they did here is, one of the other things they had to do to make a non-aberrant people is the Moors had to spread their seed. Now listen to this story. They had to spread their seed to make an offspring of a semi-original people. You get Semites from. Now, some of the original ones of that offspring of that seed was those Ashkenazi Jews. Which one was the original? Ashkenazi Jews.
No, that's the faith.
Huh? Yeah, but no, I'm talking about that's the fake Jew as opposed to the black Jew. But the original Jew of Ashkenazi is the original white Jew.
Right.
That one had a black seed in it because it was the progeny of the Moors. Because not only did they give them this information, converted them into a faith, they had offspring by these women. And after the Moors was ousted in 1492, they took 500 years trying to wash that seed out, which led to the final solution of the Nazi concentration camps, which was financed by the head Jews that was the ones that so-called purified themselves or was converted Jews of a white stream. They got rid of the black stream in the concentration camps. This is new information. Now I want you to understand how this process is done. To understand how this process is done, there was a movie that came out in 1992 called Rabbit Proof Fence. Rabbit Proof Fence. It's about how you take the Australians, the Aborigines, you take a group of these Aborigines and you sequester them and make them marry white people. And then you take that group and make them only mate with a white person. Until you keep on until you get it to you what they call breed the so-called black strain out. But you can never breed that black strain out. Queen Elizabeth is never mad about that to this day. Because Queen Charlotte, when her mother got screwed by that Moor, so they could trace their shit back to Seville. Queen Elizabeth, that whole bloodline up to Queen Elizabeth now got a black strain in it. And that's why they mad with Islam. That's what this whole fight is about. Islam, under the Moors, made them niggas. You can never get that kingly blood out of you. So they grabbed these Aborigines out. Now that's now in the new movement Australia. So one came out, Rabbit Proof Fence, which gives you the definitive thing, in 2002, Rabbit Proof Fence. The other one came out in 2008, Australia. This was past summer. And in there they bred from black to white up until 1973 with the Australian line. So the Jews from 1492 up until the concentration camps 1940 or 41, whenever they started taking on the trains, they tried to rewrite themselves. But that last black stream, the head of the Jewish white nation, got in cahoots with Hitler, who was a Jew, and they killed off. They sent that last black strain of the Moors to the concentration camps. We even suspect this happened in Russia. Because you got a Moor, because we're trying to find out how did that Islamic line get up in Russia? That's a Moorish line. And remember, Alexander Pushkin, who is the father of the history of Russia, he said that all things were black. And he was all things Russian. And so Stalin killed millions of Russians. Anytime you hear they killing millions of Russians, they had ethnic cleansing of a black strain.
That's right.
You You can hurt yourself just by waking up and stretching. Oh, shit! I'm 47. I'm going to say me, Barack Obama, Eddie Murphy, Lawrence Fishburne, Forrest Whitaker, all at 1961. George Clooney, Meg Ryan. I'm going to commend George Clooney because he was one of the ones that made that. He was one of the only ones that did a whole documentary on the Darfur thing on HBO and the genocide. You see what I'm saying? They said they're going to be people that don't look like you that's going to come to help you. In the book of Enoch, they said when these people come to help you, do not turn away from these people. There are going to be some white people going to show up that to help